What is up, everyone? Let me just go ahead and start off real quick by pointing out Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Rosh Hashanah, I think it is. I'm not sure. I just want to go ahead and just point this out. I hope that everybody is celebrating and having some nice festivities because we are about to approach the new year, which is following this year, which is going to be considered the worst year since 2016 because let's face it, 2016 was pretty bad. Moving along, let's just go ahead and let's just look back at all the crazy stuff that's happened this year. I don't feel like going back into it right now. This week specifically was just wild. Without going into too much detail, we lost a lot of people. I try my best not to bring up deaths because, I don't want to get called out for forgetting certain deaths. And I kind of don't want to like sort of open up the possibility of somebody else dying when this video gets released or whatever. Well, when this video gets uploaded. But I will say to the family of the dearly departed, I hope that you find peace through all this because losing family members is already bad, but losing it during the holidays, that's got to be devastating. Moving along, speaking of deaths, yo, I just want to go ahead and bring this real quick. This has been a hell of a week, well, a hell of a year for white supremacy, in my opinion. Christmas came in, and some dude in Nashville decided to blow up a city in Nashville. It was an RV bomb, and now you have like all of these crazy conspiracy theorists coming in and trying to justify what happened and things like that, and it's just tripping me out because it's like there's so much going wrong with it. Like, I really hate talking about white supremacy. I really hate talking about politics. I really hate talking about these things. But these things are important, so you really kind of have to just make mention of it now. And the one thing that I know that is actually starting to like weigh in my head is, like with this election going on in Georgia, you have to take into account Kelly Loeffler took pictures with white supremacists and Klansmen and stuff like that. And then, Donald Trump is basically being supported by the Proud Boys who are basically flexing their muscles right now because it's like, we got presidential support. And now you have literal suicide bombers in America now. Now, I'm not saying that the suicide bomber was I'm not saying that the suicide bomber was a white supremacist or anything like that, but it's like considering the domestic terrorism that's been going on in America lately, and the person is white. I'm not trying to be racist here, but if you're white and you do something like this, you are a domestic terrorist. I mean, there's no other way to say it. If you're black and you do this, you're still a domestic terrorist. But it's like, it's just terrible. I'm not trying to bring race into it, but like white supremacy has basically proven how devastating it can be, and this proves it right now. So it's just like, I mean, you have all this stuff going on, and then you find out that like Minnesota has okayed an all-white church. That's essentially what the Klan claims to be. They claim to be a religious organization, but it's like it's a racist religious organization, and now you have in Minnesota a church, an all-white church that's been okayed, and it's just like, can we just criminalize this stuff, please? Like, I will gladly be okay with legalizing sex work if it means criminalizing white supremacy, because everybody wants to have sex at least once or twice a year, but nobody wants racism. So it's like, why? Where's the discussion here? Like, why is what we should do for white supremacy such a weird discussion? Criminalize it. Like, if you telling me that I can get arrested, what is going on with my hands? You're telling me that I can get like arrested and shot just for simply like, if a cop, it basically says that he's afraid of me, that justifies him shooting me. But a senator, a person who is currently being elected to be a senator could take pictures with white supremacists, and absolutely nothing is wrong with that. And by most voters' ideals. It's just weird, man. I'm just aggravated because of the fact that this is essentially where we are now as a people, as a nation, everything like that. It just trips me out. Uh, I guess I'll try my best to. I'm ranting right now, but that's only because of the fact that it's just that annoying to me. Like, I mean, there has been some good news too. I'm trying my best to sort of balance it out a little bit. You know, I don't know how earlier it was, but there was a girl who managed to explain quantum tunneling in a competition that she just happened to have via a YouTube video, and she got like $400,000 from it. I forgot her name, but once I find that video, I'm gonna link it down here because that was actually very good. Also, apparently the stimulus check, like if you are voting, right? If you're in Georgia right now and you're voting, understand that right now the big reason why the stimulus check is still considered a ridiculously lengthy discussion is because the current guy in charge of Congress, Mitch McConnell, is a Republican. He is a Senate Majority Leader. That literally translates to he is the leader because the Senate majority is Republican. That's why this Georgia election is so important. You know, Ossoff and Warnock, they come in, if they both win, then the majority shifts to Democrat. And I'm assuming that that would mean Pelosi would be in power, but you know, Pelosi is just as bad. I mean, oh my God, elderly rich people should not be in control of anything. It sounds like a terrible thing to say, but it's not wrong. Like elderly rich people, those are people so out of touch, man, because they've been rich forever, you know. So it's like if you've been rich for like the past decade, then you don't know what it's like to be poor anymore. You don't know what it's like to actually have to go and like grocery shop because you get your food like I don't know like telepathically formed in front of you. You know, you literally pay people to wash your dishes. After you do that for 10, after you pay people to wash your dishes for like 10 years, you're not gonna know, you know, what soap is for washing dishes and stuff. It's just crazy. Elderly rich people should not be in charge of anything. And yet, for some crazy reason, the guy who runs the Senate is quite possibly one of the most richest people in America. Like this, and also he's racist. I mean, like, you know, let's face it. Look at Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell looks like he eats babies, you know? How he won Kentucky, I don't know. I'm stressed out. I'm upset. But like, you know, but like if Ossoff and Warnock wins, then that would mean that Mitch McConnell would literally like get debunked from power, which would make the stimulus discussion actually a little bit easier to deal with. Also, people, anybody who's watching this who cares, you do realize that you can actually call your senator. You can call your senator. You can call your representative. You can call these people on the phone and talk to them. And if you can't, vote them out until you can find someone who can. Also, at some point, I am going to shave this mustache off because this ain't the 70s. My voice don't match my face. I'm gonna go ahead and like just cut this off a little bit. I'm actually like still depressed. I'm really, really, really bummed out, but I'll probably like talk about that at the next weekly. But that's it though. Love and peace. Y'all have a good one.